full of liquor, then we die. In it, pull him to the side, let me slide. In it.
Hey guys, I know I haven't posted a video in a long time when it comes to makeup, but I'm here with a college story video. I want to talk about random stories I think about from my time at Bowling Green. Also, fuck that school. But yeah, I did make some friends. I am friends with some of the people from these stories still, and then I'm not in contact with others, so. But let's get started with story number 1. I was part of this friend group. It was like a lot of random people from the band, and I was friends with this guy. We're gonna call him Nicholas. Nicholas is one of my favorite people still. Me and him are still in contact, and we also became really like a small trio of me, Nicholas, and this other girl, Tony. Tony is great. I am no longer in contact with Tony, sadly. We do still follow each other on Instagram, we just don't talk. Life gets in the way, you know. And then it was us three who would hang out a lot of the time. We were also in other friend groups. We all had our own friend groups, and then we had like a bigger friend group. It was, you would just randomly hang out with people, you know. And one time, and we also had our friend James and Tony, all three of them loved smoking. All three of them liked smoking. I'm the only one in the group who didn't smoke. So they all decided, we were all hanging out in the dining hall that was in our dorm. We were all in the dining hall in our dorms, and they were all like, let's go smoke. And I'm like, fuck it, okay, I'll go with y'all. So we all go to Nicholas's car, and they start hotboxing that bitch. Am I getting a secondary high? I have no idea if I got a secondary high. I didn't feel anything, so maybe not. But I've been in a car where they were hotboxing before. Not them, but like my brother. I've been in the car with him when he was hotboxing, so I didn't feel shit then either, so it's hard to say. But we were all chilling, and we were outside of the school football field. Not the football field. No, yeah, we were in the football field parking lot, and we were just chilling there while they were smoking. We were just chilling, and we were scared because campus police were rolling around. They were always rolling around. They were always driving around. They loved just doing shit. They would give you a ticket just for fucking breathing near your car. I, thank God, didn't have a car, so I never got a ticket, but other people did. I knew a lot of people who got tickets for $0, and they were like, how the fuck do I pay this? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. But yeah. But we were sitting in the car, they were smoking, they were chilling. I was looking at videos on my phone, showing them to everybody. We were listening to music. Nicholas had ass taste in music, but then he played a few good bops. But I was just like, Nicholas, man, your fucking music is such white boy shit. And he's like, no. And then he started playing a little bit of some like good shit, and I was like, hell yeah, Nicholas. So it was pretty chill. And then campus police started rolling up, but they had drove by. They didn't see us. But there was another car that pulled up with us, and we were like, oh shit, we gonna get caught. And then campus police ran back around 10 minutes later, and we went, oh shit, okay. And they didn't see us still. They didn't stop. But then they came back another time, and we were like, oh shit, time to go. And we finally left. They came back around, and we saw them check out the other car that was there with us. Luckily, we had left before they got there, but they was just like, oh shit. So we rode around for a second, trying to find another place for everybody to smoke. We did. We were chilling in the car some more, and then we all went back to our dorms. But I just think about that night. It's like, damn, we did really run away from campus police. That's so fucking funny. That's just really funny. Another story is with Nicholas. Nicholas is one of my favorite fucking people. He is like my brother, and I love the guy. But I'm gonna tell you a story just specifically about Nicholas. Nicholas and me and Tony were also stuck in the school because none of us. I couldn't go back home for the holiday. I think it was Labor Day. I couldn't go back home. Everybody else on campus could, but Tony and Nicholas didn't live in, like, they lived in close states, but like it wasn't worth it to go home. And since I lived 2 to 3 hours away, I was like, my family's like, we're not coming to get you. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And they were like, we're not gonna come get you for you to stay home for 2 days. And I was like, yeah, I get you. So I stayed at school. Mind you, I was slightly sick, and I was going to the pool/sauna twice a day to just clear out my sinuses. And then Um, not Tony. The other guy. Wait a second. Sorry, I forgot the fake names I gave everybody. Nicholas texted me. I texted him, and me and him just decided to go to fucking Waffle House. We had a great time. It was a great time at Waffle House. I think it has time, and it's like, damn, me and this motherfucker were really getting to know each other, and this is probably one of the reasons he is one of my favorite people, and one of my favorite memories at that horrible, horrible school, because he was such a good person, and I should text him. But another story that comes to mind is, Trin. I don't remember if I gave her that name, Trin. But, okay. I gave her the name Tony. Me and Tony were also friends with the girls who lived across the hall from me. And it was a stud and a femme lesbian. Or femme bi, I don't know. Memories are so hazy. And we were friends with this gay dude. So it was like 5 of us. They all wanted to go smoke, and I'm like, shit, yeah, I'll go with y'all, let's go smoking. And we ended up at the football field. We were just in the football field. It was, because the football field is open, so you could basically just walk in that bitch. So we kind of did, and we were just there. They were smoking, and I was like, hell yeah, this is a pretty chill time. It was early in the school year to where it wasn't cold yet, and it was pretty chill. And this, mind you, all of these stories are from my freshman year. Kind of. But it was fun. They were all getting high as shit while I was just the sober one, like usual, and I was just chilling because it was like, this is a fun time. And campus police shows up, and we go, oh fuck, and we all started splitting up, and the 3 of them went one way, and me and Tony went the other way, and we were talking, and then we were just like, okay, what the fuck. We finally all met up back at the dorm, and they were like, where'd you guys go? We're like, towards the basketball court. And they were like, where'd y'all go? They said towards the soccer field. And we're like, yeah, it makes sense. None of us were in the same vicinity, and so we all met up back at our dorm, because our dorm was like right next to the football field. I don't know if that dorm is still there, honestly, because I know they tore down some dorms to replace them. Because, yeah, that dorm was fucking horrible. When I tell you that bitch had roaches, I saw roaches. And it was also a horrible ant problem on the first floor. And I had a pallet set up in my dorm because I didn't have a couch. I didn't have money for a couch. But when I got money to buy a air mattress, I was so happy to get that bitch because I hated seeing the ants on the floor. So, yeah. But, the next story is another story with Tony. I love Tony. Tony and this other girl named Sophia. Mind you, we're all black girls, and that was one of the reasons I loved hanging out with them, because I didn't really feel that comfortable at this school because it was so many white kids, and I came from a predominantly black area. Even though I didn't really feel that, I was going through a struggle in my blackness at the time, but like being around them made me feel more connected to it. But that has nothing to do with this story. The story was me and Sophia were in a singing group, and it had a bunch of members, and we had brought Tony to the potluck, and then this dude had a liking to Tony and this dude started hanging out, and we were all hanging out in the dorm. All 3 of us girls were in the dorm talking and studying and eating food, and then Tony's like, oh, old dude about to come over, and we gonna smoke in his car, and me and other girl were like, okay. And she goes to smoke in his car. Mind you, me and Sasha are just sitting there. She's doing homework. I'm playing on my phone. An hour or 2 passes. We're like, where is she? Because it's like midnight now. And she's like, where the fuck is she? We go outside. We don't know what the fuck his car looks like, but we're checking every car. We're also texting her. She don't text us back, and we're scared as fuck. Mind you, I'm from Cleveland. And Cleveland is people don't know this about Cleveland, but if you are from Cleveland, you know Cleveland is a really high city when it comes to kidnapping and sex trafficking. So for me, it's like, oh shit, he kidnapped her. And we don't, mind you, we're all freshmen. We don't know this dude. He is a senior. We don't know shit about this man. We don't know where he lives. The most we know is his name. And me and Sasha are going fucking ballistic. We're texting, we're calling, we're texting, we're calling. She don't fucking text or call us back. We're going around we start searching the parking lots. Mind you, there was 2 big parking lots by our dorm. We started checking the biggest one, and we were about to go through that bitch fully. But we were like, okay, we're not about to do this because one, it's 12 o'clock at night. We're two smaller girls. Yes, we're on the taller side, but we're still small women walking around a college campus at night. Let's not do this, because that was the exact thing they told us not to do on freshman orientation week. So we go back to the dorm. We're calling, and she's like, do you have his Instagram? I'm like, fuck no, but I can find that bitch. Mind you, he was in our singing group, so I immediately started going through people I followed from our singing group's Instagrams, and I found his shit, and I texted him, hey, bring us back our friend. And he never responds to me. She finally responds back. Me and Sasha are sitting together waiting for her to respond back. We were just sitting together, one, because we were already doing stuff together, and we were just waiting for her to text us back, because it's like, oh shit, where the fuck did you go? She texts us back an hour after we freaked the fuck out. So it's about 1 or 2 in the morning where she gets back to us, and she's like, hey, we went back to his house, so we're chilling here. And I'm like, okay, good, we know where you are now, but mind you, we still don't know where this motherfucker lives. And we were just thankful he didn't fucking kidnap her, which he kinda did. But also, I was thinking, please don't murder her. Please don't fucking murder my friend tonight. I could not. Because one, I don't trust men in general because of life experiences. But like, for her to just go off like that scares the fuck out of me. So, yeah. But then later that night, I was in my room. We had separated, me and Sasha. Sasha went back to her room. I went back to my room. My roommate was asleep in the bed. Mind you, it's a Sunday night. I get a call from, not Tanya, I forget what I called her, but I get a call from her, and she's like, hey, I'm having an asthma attack. Can you go to my room and get my, breathing thing? And I'm like, okay. I know what it looks like because my mom and sister have asthma, and I've had to learn how to use it in case they're having an asthma attack, because my mom made sure I was trained on, like, physical stuff because she has a lot of medical problems. So I find that bitch. I call Sasha. I'm like, Sasha, guess what's happening? And Sasha and me go down to the lobby. We open the door up waiting for her, and she comes in. He's carrying her. She's breathing heavy as fuck. We plug her in immediately. He goes to his car, and she tells us what the fuck's happening. She's like, yeah, I'm about to spend the night at his house. And we're both like, okay, good for you, but it's like, bitch, you just almost fucking died. And she's like, I'm fine. And we're like, bitch, don't do that. Tell us where you are next time, because we was gonna call campus police because you got almost fucking kidnapped. So that was a great fucking freshman night of, like, I think that was a month or 2 in. Yeah, it was about a month or 2 in, because it was a little bit after homecoming. No. It was before homecoming because it was still warm outside. But I loved those stories because they're so stupid. College is such a stupid fucking time, honestly. I do have more stories because I did some stupid shit that I should not have done. But it is such an interesting time in your life to be in college. And I will get back in contact with these girls, honestly, because I do miss them. It's just I don't miss that school. It was not a good place for me. But I think everyone should have a college experience. Even if you only go for a semester, which I don't recommend you doing because you'll waste your money. But college is an interesting thing that you can only do. You can technically do college at any age, but I swear, living in a dorm, they're not going to really let older people live in a dorm, I don't think. So, hard to say. But I just know it's like a really interesting time in your life. Would I live in a dorm again? Fuck no. I hated my freshman year roommate. That bitch was a fucking bitch ass cunt, and I wanted to beat her fucking ass so bad. I will do a story time on her because she was an annoying ass bitch. She was an annoying preppy ass wannabe ass tough bitch, and she was annoying. But my second roommate, he was amazing. He was the sweetest person, and I miss him so much. But my stories of, like, college are so interesting because it's either I completely loved my college experience or I fucking hated that shit. And it's really interesting how you think about it, because I miss some of the friends I did make, but I also hated the fake friends I made. So, but college is a great experience if you want to have that experience. But I'll see you guys in the next video.